Hey, this is Chris, and I am checking dice. Appreciate you watching my video today. Uh, Listen, I'm always trying to explore and look at ways to play betting strategies that allow me to play with a smaller buy-in. $300 is typical, and I think there are a lot of us out there, and a lot of the strategies require a bigger buy-in, and maybe for good reason. Listen, I don't want to. I don't want to say that it's not better to go with a $600 buy-in or $1,000 buy-in or more. And sometimes having too small a bankroll or too small a buy-in can be disastrous for you. But nevertheless, a lot of us come to the table with smaller buy-ins, and uh, and that ends up being very, either boring or just you end up just bleeding through your bankroll. And I saw a strategy. That someone just briefly mentioned, and it wasn't even really a, hey, this is a strategy that wasn't a recommendation or anything like that. I just saw someone mentioning it, and I thought it was interesting because it gets you to black chip betting with just three hits and three hits on the 4 and 10 specifically, which are hard to do. I'm not going to say this is easy, but you can bet it for $15 each. That gives you $30 exposure. If you want to be at the table for 10 shooters, then this is a shot at doing just that. So that's what I'm going to try today. This is a 4 and 10 play with $15 initial risk on the 4 and the 10, so $30. If you got 10 shooters, that's a $300 bankroll. I will work the come out because I hate having a 4 or 10 miss because I'm not working the come out. You can always choose to be off, but if you roll a 4 or a 10 on the come out, that just takes away one option or one opportunity for you to roll that. So let's see how this goes. Again, it starts with a $15 four and a $15 10 or 50, yep, there we go. Um, And just so we know we're on the same page, we are going to be working that. You see that button? Yep. All right. So let's get some dice. I got my house rack here, um, just so it's easier to see everything on the screen. So that's right here. Here's my bankroll, and let's just roll this out. We are working and see what happens. There's a yo 11, 6-5. And there's a 4. All right, so perfect example. That's a 3-1-4. 4 is going to be the point we're working. So that 4 is going to pay 27. Oops. There's a green chip and 2 white chips. What do we do with that? Well, we are going to take that opportunity to go full pressure on the first hit. And again, we're trying to get to a black chip, or getting to bet a black chip. It just takes 3 hits. So hit number 1, and we're going to go full all the way up. We're buying this thing for $40. It's going to take a dollar vig, and I'm using this other dollar to just put it back in my rack. So now we are buying the 4 for $40. All right, we want it to hit again, and we'll see what happens. There's a 6, easy 6. And a 9. Nina center field, nothing for us until we hit a 4 or a 10. And there's a yo, second yo of the session. 6-5. Aces, double the bubble. And another 9. This gets real boring if all you're doing is hitting inside numbers, but that's all right. There's a midnight. All right, I gotta make that all tall small here. All right. And there's a 4. Oh, perfect. All right. 3-1-4. Hope you can see that on the screen there. All right, so 4 is the point, so we're off on the point, but this $40 is going to win 80. All right, it's going to win 80. And now what we're doing is we're going to take this down and we're going to make this look like 100. So there's 4 green chips. We're going to get a black chip. And now we have a $100 bet on the 4. It's bought, of course. We are going to have to pay a VIG on that, but I'm not in this video going to worry about the VIG, so just keep that in mind. Now I've got $20. Actually, you know what? I should do the VIG. So the VIG on 40 would have been a couple bucks, and then the VIG on 100 would be 5. So I'm going to give them nickel, and I don't even have. I'll do it this way. We'll just try to be correct with that. There's $3 and change. Anyway, the point is that basically now I've got a $100 4, and the 4 is completely paid for because I put 15 bucks back in my rack, which was my initial bet. Now, if I can hit it again, now I'm collecting $200 on every win. So I'm still only risking $30 on this shooter, but now I've got a $100 black chip on the 4. So do with that what you will. I would have a hard time keeping that 4 out there. And now I'm in a different position that also makes it really difficult for me. Do I work that 4? Because now I've got $100 on it. We've rolled several times. My inclination is to not work the 4, but we are playing with fake money here. So we're going to work it because I don't want to miss it. And I'm going to let that ride. So we are working everything. And same shooter coming out after making the point. And that's going to be 8. All right, so the point is 8. And there's a 3, ace, deuce. Yo, 11. Yo, 11 back to back. See a yo, bet a horn. 9. See a horn, bet a field, or whatever your strategy is. All right, we're looking for a 4 again. Let's do that. There's a 10. All right, we went down on the other end now. 6, 4. Easy 10. That's going to pay 27. That is our first hit. And our first hit is going to go straight up to 40. I need $1 for the VIG. I just remembered I did pay that VIG the first time, I think. Is it $40? Maybe it takes $2. I don't know. You know what? We'll just give that to the house. I don't know whether that's right, but okay. So now we are buying the 10 for 40, and we're looking for, need a payoff. Need to hit that 4. And there's the 10 back. Okay, 10 again. 6, 4, 10. That 40 is going to pay 80. There's 75, 80. And now we're going to take this down. We're going to get another black chip. Getting scary. There's our green, 4 greens. We need 5 for the VIG. And that's going to leave us with our original 15 to put back in the rack. Now, this shooter is completely paid for, right? Everything's paid for. And we have a black chip on the 4 and the 10. Unusual. I would not ever expect this, but here's where we are, and this is why I kind of like this idea. We just need to hit one more time. There's a 6, easy. And a 9. Nina, center field, 6-3. Come on. 6, 2x4, lumber. That is the point. Now we're going back off again, and we're in territory where we have to make a call. We're going to work them. We're going to work them. Come on. Don't disappoint. Nope. We got a 4-3-7 out. All right. The big decision did not work. We got caught on a come out. We're going to lose everything we worked so hard to gain. But that's how it goes, right? I mean, it was a surprise that we got the 4 and the 10 pressed up like that. All right, so we did get our $30 back, though, because we had already pressed up and we collected 15 on each of those. So now we're back to where we started, and we can go right back up with 15 on the 4 and 15 on the 10, and No reason not to work this one. We'll just keep on going. There's another 4-3. All right, we got our back-to-back sevens on the come out. So we're going to lose that. I'm just going to take 30 from my rack, and we'll keep those up. All right. I'm still looking for a point. And there's the point 5. All right. Point is 5. Looking for 4s and 10s. 9, Nina. And there's a hard 4. 2 by 2. That 4 is going to pay 27. And we're going to take this, and we're going to make it look like 40. And I'm going to go ahead and pay the $2 big. And we're buying the 4. All right, the 4 is hot and ready to go. 8, 6, 2. And there's a 6, 2, or a 2, 4, 6. Let's try that again. 2, 4, 6. Hard 8, square pair. There's an easy 8. Hope you didn't parlay that. 5, 3. And there's another easy 8, 6, 2 that time. Every combination of way to make an 8, we just roll back to back to back. There's a hard 10. All right, 10 down on the end. That's a 5 and a 5, and that's going to be a $27 winner. We're going to take 2 for the VIG right back, and we're going to press this up to 40. Now we're buying the 4 and the 10. Let's hit one of them. 3, AC Deucey. And there's a hard 4 again. All right, so we got our first black chip coming in, or coming up, I should say. This is going to pay 80. We're going to trade this 4 greens for a black chip, and now the 4 is bought. I can't believe we did that twice in a row. $5 for the VIG, and that leaves 15 to go back in our rack. The 4 is paid for and out, and we have a $100 black chip on the 4. Let's see if we can make this thing pay. There's a 6, easy. 5, fever, no field 5. That is our point. And working that 4 and 10. Yo, baby. Yo, 11. 9, Nina. All right, center field 9. That's going to be the point. And there we go. Let's do something here. All right, 2-1 shocker, ace deuce. And not going to happen. There's a 4-3, 7 out. All right. All loaded up. It's like getting the bases loaded and not being able to run, not be able to score. We did get 15 back on the 4, so we recovered half of our original bets here. But alas, we still have not been able to get one to pay off and give us that $200 payday. Looking to hit that. So, all right. So we need 15 again on the 10, 15 on the 4, and we're working. New shooter coming out. 3, AC Deucey. Yo, 11. Still looking for a point. Would love to have a point of 4 or 10. 3, 3, 11, 3. There we go. That's a come out series for you, if you ever saw one. And there's a 10. All right, good deal. 6-4. We got a point of 10. We'll take it, and that's going to win 27. We're going to take the 2 for the VIG. We're going to press this thing up to 40. Now the 4 or the 10 is bought for 10, or for the 10 is bought for 40. That's what I was trying to say. It doesn't matter because there's a 4-3, 7 out. And back to square one. There's 15, and I'm just going to take 30 from my rack. And As usual, we are working the come out. All right, here we go. 9. Point is 9. All right, so everything's good. We're looking for 4s and 10s. There's a 6, easy. 5 and a 1. There's a yo 11. And there's a 9, that's going to be our point. Puck comes off, we're still working. And there's a come out 7. 7, ouch. We're going to take 30 from our rack, replace those. They're still working, and we're still coming out. Oh, we got a 6-1. Another 30 down the drain. Now you could, I said you could have enough for 10 shooters. At this point, I'm using more than $30 for one shooter, but you could try on the come out, and if you miss it, you just let it wait till the next shooter. Oh, there's a 7 with a 5 and a 2. That is all 3 ways to make a 7 in a row. We got the 4-3, followed by the 6-1, followed by the 5-2. So if you wanted to sit out a shooter, you're welcome to, or sit out. If you work the come out and you get a come out 7, you're done. Just every time you get a 7, you're done until the next shooter. That would give you 10 shooters. But you could also just play 10 7s if you wanted to go that route, and that'd be another option, which is kind of the way I'm going at this point. All right, there's a 4-1-5. So after 3 come out 7s, we got a point of 5. So I'm just going to play this through like this. There's an ace deuce, but you could certainly not work the come out. You could just play that however you want. There's a 4-1-5. Hit our point. Still working. Oh man, excuse me. There's a 9. 9 is going to be our new point. Come on, 4 and 10. Been cold for a little bit. There's a 9. All right, we made the point again. So this shooter's hot. I think that's the second point. And there's a 5. Lots of 5 and 9s. And by the way, I suppose you could play this on the 5 and 9 as well, or even the 6 and 8. But you're going to have more hits with your 15 in action to get to 100. The reason the 4 and 10 works so well is because you get at the second hit, you're doubling up. So anyway, there's a 7 out. And the shooter is done. And again, I'm going to take 30 from my rack. Let's try this again. Maybe one more time. We'll see how this goes. Working. Always working. And there's a 10. Good deal. The benefit of working is this, not the come out 7s that you saw earlier. That's going to pay 27. Take 2 for that VIG. And we're going to buy the 10 for 40. All right. And we immediately 7 out. All right, so that's a 6-1-7, and the buy did not work. All right, so I got 2 more shots here. Let's see if we can make this happen. We're working on the come out as always. There's a come out 7. We have 1 shot left. Now, if I was playing this for real sometime along the way, I'd have a stop loss, but this is YouTube. There's an ace deuce. That's not going to do anything. 8. All right, 8 easy. 8's going to be our point. And let's make something happen. Well, there's our point. Back-to-back 8s. Still working on the come out. And that is 3 back-to-back 8s rolled. That is another point of 8. And we're looking for 4s and 10s and not getting them right at the moment. There's the aces. Whoops, dice rolled. Both dice rolled there. That was a 1 and a 1 aces. Double the field. There's a hard 10. All right, a 5 and a 5. Gonna pay 27. We've been here, done this, right? Take $2 for the VIG. And we're gonna buy that 10 for 40. Repeat it. Let's get another one here. There's a 6, 4, 2 lumber, 2x4. And there's a 4. All right, so we're down on the other end now with a 3-1. Same situation. $27 win. We're going to take $2 for the VIG. And we're going to buy that 4 for 40. And now we are loaded up and ready to go. We need another one. 5 fever, 3-2, no field 5. Okay, whoops. Come on. Oh, I thought that was a bad number. 628, that's our point. And we're working. Puck is off, coming out. Ah, all right, we got to come out 7. It's going to get you sometimes, and it got me this time, and that is the end of our journey together. This all comes down, and we had 10 shots at it, but we never made it happen. We did get $100 out there, what, 3 or 4 times, I think? So in that sense, whoops. The concept is interesting. Anyway, you need it to hit 3 times, but you could do it after 2 if you wanted to, just full on press it, and if you get it again, we got to black chips a few times, so we would have collected something then. You could also try the 5 and 9, 6 and 8, but again, it would take a different scenario to get to the black chip because you don't get it there after the second roll. So I haven't looked at those numbers. But anyway, I thought it was an interesting play, and for $30 out per shooter, if you were to limit it to per shooter, you can sit at the table for a while and play this way and see if you can get on a hot streak where someone rolls 4s and 10s, which does happen from time to time. So anyway, thought I'd share this strategy. I kind of liked what I saw and thought it'd be interesting. So thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.